Today is about sex-linked inheritance and meiosis. All of your cells have 23 pairs of chromosomes. One of those pairs are sex chromosomes. If you're female, you get 2 X chromosomes, and if you're male, you get an X and a Y. The Y isn't as big and doesn't carry all the same genes as the X, so that males only get a single gene for some traits, like the ability to see some colors or male pattern baldness. Color blindness is recessive and carried on the X chromosome. If you get 2 X chromosomes, you have to have 2 colorblind genes in order to actually be colorblind. But if you only get 1 X, there isn't another allele to mask out the recessive, so you are more likely to be colorblind. Now let's switch gears and talk about meiosis. You remember mitosis. Mitosis is cell division. It has the period of time between divisions, interphase, and then it has prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Meiosis is a lot like mitosis, but instead of 2 identical cells, we end up with 4 sex cells. This is important because without meiosis, we wouldn't have sexual reproduction, and without sexual reproduction, we wouldn't have nearly as much variation in genotypes and phenotypes. So all of your somatic cells, your regular body cells, have 23 pairs of chromosomes, what we call the diploid number, but your gametes, be they eggs or sperm, have half that number. A number we sometimes call haploid. Meiosis is the making of those haploid cells. You start with a cell that has the full double set of chromosomes, and you take it through 2 divisions and mix things up in a process called crossing over. Remember, you got 1 set of chromosomes from mom and 1 from dad. Maybe dad had black hair and brown eyes, and mom had brown hair and green eyes. Maybe these are on the same chromosome? How can you get brown hair and brown eyes together? Crossing over. This ensures that there is a maximum amount of variation available in the offspring. In the first division, called meiosis 1, you start with 1 diploid cell. You do the crossing over, and then you end up with 2 haploid cells. In the second division, you separate the sister chromatids of those cells, and now you have 4 haploid cells. These are your sex cells.